I could barely think without my folding rule. So, trying something different. Garden project. You know, it's that time of year. We're going to do garden projects. And got this idea of making 3, 4 rings of material to make a mountain, a cascading for flowering something. Get a little vertical element in some of the littler flowers. And I decided, you know, that it's outside of my bailiwick, but the PVC stuff really seems like the better move. It's going to be in the soil rather than pieces of wood that are not going to, I don't know how long they'll last, right? PVC is right here and available, and I probably been cheaper to buy mahogany in the end. But I have this PVC. I'm gonna I've cut it. I've cut little 30-degree bevels in it. Take a look. So these things are all cut and beveled. So they're going to put glue in them and fold them up. Bing, 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 bing. Into little hexagons. I've not yet done that, but it goes like that. And they're a little bit limber. It'll be alright. My 30 must have wandered. I'm not that concerned. I'm going to use a newfangled epoxy thing and try using that. We'll see how it goes. You'll know in a minute, I guess. Okay, so here goes. I got this new West System product. I don't know a damn thing at all about it. And you're supposed to disassemble things and then take them apart and reassemble things. And I don't know anything about it. This must come off. That happened. And that goes on. This doesn't, well, it goes, you know, the proverbial here goes nothing, right? I don't know. Now, they say dispose of the first little gobbets of the stuff because it may not be mixed correctly. Well, that makes sense. Dispose of it. Here we go. Paper bag. There you go. And it's going to go through this magic mixing chamber, and it's going to come out greasy. Oh well. All right, so now don't have a clue as to how much I'm making. Don't have a clue as to how much I need. Somewhere in the literature it suggests that the stuff will stay unset in the container for 4.5 minutes or something like that. It seemed like enough time for me. So getting rid of that, and that, and that, and that, and now doing the quick roll up, and then a quick tape and tape. And that's that, and that's done. I have a feeling it's going to stick to whatever I put it on. That's interesting. I'm pretty sure it's going to. Clear plastic, wax paper. So let's do some thick wax paper. Little spots. Should have done this ahead of time. I wasn't thinking. Alright. Okay. There we go.
Now seeing as how this side's up, I'll put them on this side. I could just fold the tape down, but I fear that if I just fold the tape down, I will end up sticking the tape to the tops. That seems, while it will keep it from sticking to my workbench, it seems counterproductive in terms of design to have blue tape stuck to them. So we'll do that. And that's that. Now this gets flipped over and put there for the night. And utilizing our 4 minutes, we're now back to doing this again. All right, and there you go. There's that. Now we'll do the same thing. Ooh, big gush on that one. Broke the tape on that one. That's my own error. Huh. Yeah, the gloves. Okay, take the floor away. Get your wax paper over the glue spot. Leave that alone. Hello. Yes. I'm starting to get a little careful with how much trouble I'm getting with that size piece. Okay, I'm going to put over that. So technology. Right now, we'll do wax paper. That. And I'm going to cut something. Right, okay. Now, that's we'll check the again. What do you think? Check the check the longer. Alright, and that's it. Alright, gotta work it out. Oh no. Separate pieces of plastic underneath the stomach. Okay, so that's that. I'm just sliding something. That's good. I'm going to do this one. This slide is over the bench. Okay. Goes down. Goes sticks. Goes there. Goes there. Goes here. Goes here. Like this. No. Oops. So just kind of be careful. Just put the slide out and roll. Break off the edge. Show you what I mean. Here, come on, get this roll over. That's good. No, 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 no. This one. This one. I think it's going to regardless. Oh, I see that. Let's do it right now. 2 more. Okay, good. That's it. Hey, that's right. Okay, get back here, guys. It's one of those situations where nothing's straight up in film. It won't set up because it's just else, I think. Alright, there's that. That was alright, that's alright. This right open. Not a core box. Okay. Yes, it's not shocking. Don't. I don't say not. Wait. No, don't. Alright, so. Okay, go on over, please. That's good. So I'm going to go through Google chemical files against things. We'll be forcing this to go worse now, I think. Just up here. Good, this is good enough. Let me go down. Set. Wait. Oh, let me go. No, stop, finish wrong.
Well, thanks for watching. I think we got it. It all looks good.
These things may be a little bit skewed. I did not make a template up. I've got nothing to judge it by. If I cut one corner of a piece of plywood to 60 degrees, it would pretty much make everything else be 60 degrees. I could give it a try, just because you said so. Be right back. Okay, so I went to the saw and got my big dividers out and laid it out a corner, drew it out geometrically. That's 60 degrees. And that's 60 degrees now. That means this is probably 60 degrees now. And this is probably... Okay, glad I did it. Glad I did it. I'm not going to make fun. Glad I did it. Good. All right, I can use this again on this one. The little one I think will manage without it. That one's perfect. At least that particular segment. I think you have to check 2 to be sure. Maybe not. I guess you should only have to check 1. But remember, I said there was some little bit of flexibility. Well, 2, I got those. The little one I don't care about. This one. And, oh! Yeah, no. There, good. 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 All right, glad I checked. Good idea. Thanks a whole lot. We'll see what this looks like tomorrow. Hopefully they're stuck. This is all to avoid having to put all kinds of fasteners on these things. Driving screws through both directions on all the joints. Getting such a little purchase that if anything goes wrong, you know, they just crack. Tomorrow, when I go to transport these things, I'll probably, the little ones, I'll put on a piece of plywood. This one and that one, this one I'll brace twice. That one I'll brace 3 times. Drive screws down to the top through some strapping to keep them from flexing. That's the plan. Let's see how that works. I sometimes chicken out. We'll see. Anyway, thanks. Thanks for coming in late and sticking with it. You guys are great. All right. We did good. We did good. Yeah, we got to hear anyway. All right. Cool. Well, here we are, the next day, and the glue is set up, and it's set up pretty well. It seems pretty hard. I hope it's stuck. It's just things you don't know. It's tough when you're doing a project and using a product for the first time. But pretty much all I have to do right at the moment, I think, is get all of the tape off without making a mess. It's coming off pretty well. And didn't get glue in behind the tape and get the tape stuck, at least not a lot, not everywhere. A little bit on the surface, which the tape was supposed to stop, but that comes off easily. I hope that's not a sign. Anyway, the glue does not stick to the surface of this stuff at all. That just walked right off. Ooh. Well, I'm skeptical. You can tell, I'm sure. pretty much is the story. Oh well. We'll see. All right, there's the big one. It's done. I think I want to come up with some way to brace this and then get it to the truck because it's ready for delivery. Yay! We'll move on and do the other ones. They're probably much the same. Hopefully easier. See you in a bit. So I've just grabbed a piece of plywood and put some cleats on the inside because I don't want holes in this. The cleats will come off and no one will ever see the holes from those. But I put some cleats on the inside and I put this piece of plywood on the top, and this edge is a little offset and I wanted to plane it. I don't know how this stuff planes. Pretty well, pretty well. All right, anyway, so I've got this, and I'm just going to stabilize this thing, I believe, so that it will not break just because I'm handling it a little bit before the suggested 24 hours. And that's where I am. So there it is. It's down, and I'll move this out to the truck, I believe. Okay, so I'm still pulling off tape. This is the last one. So I did actually I'm going to make it. The tape, you know, you want it to stick. It did a great job. It stuck, and it didn't, I broke it in a couple of places. That was me. It didn't untape itself, whatever that expression would be. So that's good. It did well. It mostly comes off without residue. That's terrific. I sure hope this works. It seemed like it did a pretty darn good job of holding things together. It did a little bit better job than I did of making true 30-degree cuts or 60-degree cuts, whatever they would be. I'm not going to lose any sleep over it. Just my glad this was fine finished work. Anyway, so tape. All good, I think. Typical, in a couple of spots I got tape a little teeny bit caught up in the joint. So there's a little tiny thin blue line. Not a big deal. I'm not going to say anything about it. Looks good. Little trimmage, you know, here and there. I won't say it was ridiculously sloppy with the glue, but it did show up in a bunch of places that I hadn't intended. Look at me go with the tape, though. I'm figuring that out, almost. Good. Doing a little trimming as I go. Cool. All right. Cut myself already with a chisel. Not a big deal. The edges of this stuff are extruded. I don't know what. The edges are smooth. They aren't like the pieces that I sawed have show porosity. The edges of this stuff do not. I guess I used to think that this stuff was cast in big sheets and then sawn, but it looks like maybe it's still cast in big sheets, but it must be cut with a some sort of thermal device, hot iron sort of thing, hot wire sort of thing, because this edge is sort of sealed. It's not porous like it was sawn. The problem with that is the corners have a burr on them, and boy, you slide on that and you get a cut that lasts about 6 days, in case anyone's counting. Yeah, I think 6. I picked the stuff up at the store 6 days ago. All right, all the way around. Got all the glue. Got the tops. If you recall, well, you didn't see me do it. I taped these together by pressing 2 adjoining pieces, cut edge to cut edge, and then lined them up by putting my a straight edge on the outside edge. I use my 4-foot level, and lined them up, and then taped them. And in the process of doing that, I got these joints pretty, I mean, considering how casually this was done, it came out pretty well. They're pretty in line. I mean, a little bit here and there. A little bit off, but not much. Pretty pleased with that. All in all, I don't think I'd change a thing other than, you know, probably having a second set of hands would have sped this up and made it a little bit more, I would have been a little bit more adaptable to the sudden shift in changes, making sure that it had the angles right and the rest of that. But all in all, I'm pretty pleased with how this all went. The corners are not perfect, they're pretty darn close to the 60 degrees. Really, really close. I'm pretty pleased. All right, so next it's back to the house and see if we can find a place in the yard big enough to put this thing. And then get some dirt, move some plants. God, this is just gonna, that's the nice thing. Some projects just keep paying dividends, I guess is what they say. That this is one of those. It's gonna not only be good, but it's gonna be good to, you know, for the rest of the day. Can't wait. Let's go see what happens. Okay, so let's see how we did. You want to help a little?
Yes.
Great.
How little can I help? So, oh, it goes that way?
Well, yes, that way we get the piece of plywood off.
Oh, it doesn't say, I thought it was the bottom. or
No.
something. Oh, there's plenty of room. Look at this. Okay, now, which way shall the hexagon go? This way.
There you go.
I'm thinking I'm going to do it this way.
Flat, flat.
Yeah?
Point, point.
Yeah.
Like that. Okay. Well, the piece of plywood is here because I didn't want this to break in transit.
Good, but let's not take it off yet because we still have to even this up. So how do we make this?
Now, I imagine a couple of things that go through my mind. One would be to just go around with a hand tool and dig where it's touching. Okay. And this ends high. But we're still, we gotta get out too much. So it's really just
Okay, yeah, I mean, don't start counting now.
I'm just kidding. In the back. But
Well,
you're gonna
that's
get out
where I
2 inches
was. everywhere.
Yep, but you're gonna do it everywhere. All right. Okay, let's, I got my electric screwdriver. I love
Okay.
this thing. And I think it's time to yank these screws and get this plywood off. stow this somewhere on your side. Get these cleats out.
How you doing today? Good. How are you?
All right.
Ah,
Now, you know, we're working without a net here, right?
yeah.
Just say down,
Yeah,
back.
it says down.
Oh, good. I think that's pretty much where that goes. We will do this. And then there'll be the little one I made out of scraps, so it's thicker than the others. But nonetheless, it'll be like that.
Oh, that's gonna be so cute. I'm loving it.
Okay, well, this is as far as we've gotten. We've got a few plants temporarily in place. We've got the thing staged, and I guess at the moment we're sort of feeling the space, but so far it's been successful. Got my layers, my terraces, soils in them. Can't wait to see what happens with the flowers. Thanks for watching.